forgot my headphones. I will be right back. Let's see. My AirPods is a better sound, I believe. Hello, beautiful lioness goddesses. I wanted to come tonight, Saturday night. I'm in my space, on my porch. I've been inspired. Today I tuned into Goddess Ixchel inside my, what should I call it? I called it a mastermind, but it hasn't really been mastermindy, and I feel that it's more of I guess more personal study for the women that are in that circle. It's more of I guess it's just kind of like a mystery school type of a circle. So I know someone is watching, so if you want to tell me hello so I can see you and maybe we can connect. I'm also going to pull us a card. So if you're here with me and if you would like a personal card, say hi to me. I have this beautiful deck. It's called Dark Mirror deck. And I'm going to pull a card for all of us as a collective, as this beautiful lioness portal. Maybe we can ask the divine to give us a message on what is present in this container, or what we're feeling, or we may be all feeling the same thing. So I'll just play with the cards and hold the cards and just keep this intention of receiving a message that we all, as a collective, as a beautiful lioness pride, are here to receive. So the Goddess Ixchel, I absolutely love her. She is a medicine woman. She's a goddess of healing, a goddess of fertility, of midwifery. She's the goddess of the earth, also the goddess of water. She floods the earth with the tears of her love for the sun god, who was the only one that didn't notice her beauty. And everyone was in love with her and wanted her attention, her love. But she only had eyes for the sun god. And as she flooded the earth, in her tears, she was a weaver, and through her tears and her love for the sun god, she weaved a beautiful tapestry. And this tapestry was so colorful and so beautiful that he finally noticed her, because he noticed the tapestry. And when he noticed her, he fell in love, and they became beloveds, and they became lovers. And but her grandfather did not approve of her choice in her beloved, and so he would strike her with lightning. And as she was stricken with lightning, she has died, and she was surrounded by dragonflies. She was surrounded by dragonflies, and the dragonflies would reflect the rainbows all around and upon her body, as the dragonflies are those beautiful messengers of the spirits. And she was dead for 181 days. And when she come back to life, she went back home to her beloved husband, the sun god. And he was full of jealousy and full of control and full of his insults and abusive behavior, and he disrespected her in many ways, and accusations and his spying and his spite and his jealousy, and he kicked her out of heaven and out of their land and out of the sky, and she found her refuge with the vulture gods. And the vulture gods are the ones that clean everything up, every last bit, so there's nothing left and everything is released. And even then, the sun god was jealous that she went to live with the vultures, and he promised her, and he begged her to come home, and he promised her to be good to her. And of course, she trusted him again, and she believed him again, and she returned to the sky again. And in no time, she was mistreated again, and insulted again, and abused again. And eventually, she woke up into her own self-worth, into her own self-love, and she realized that he wasn't going to change. And bringing up her courage and her strength, she knew that one night she was leaving, and as she turned and shape-shifted herself into the jaguar, she was able to become invisible in the night and see in the night, so that he could never see her or find her with his rays of the sunlight. Beautiful Goddess Ixchel spent many nights of service and many days on the sacred island of Cozumel in care and support of pregnant women and helping them with their childbirth and taking care of the newborns. She would advocate for women, especially for mothers and children. So Ixchel is just this beautiful energy within us, loving, compassionate, beautiful, awakening, courageous. She's the one that rises within us and steps into her power and weaves a beautiful story, courageous story of rising up, even though trusting and going into the dark and trusting again, and transforms her life. So this is the story I wanted to tell you, my lioness sisters, of the courage of Ixchel. And she's also the triple goddess. She's the maiden, she's the mother, and she's the grandmother. As the maiden, she's this beautiful young maiden of love, of sensuality, of gentleness, of beautiful all around in all that she is. She's surrounded by her spirit animal, a rabbit, and she also carries a snake on her head. They are her totem or spirit animals. They are the symbol of medicine and fertility. She's known as the Lady of the Rainbows. And as the mother, when she steps into the role of the mother, Ixchel, she is the goddess of fertility, of moon, and of motherhood. In herself, she keeps the knowledge and wisdom of healing medicine. And she connects to the phases of the moon, and Ixchel also is known as the one who chooses the face of every child that comes to the earth, as she is the Mother Earth herself. And as the grandmother, Ixchel is known as the earth and the moon goddess, and she's also the grandmother of the plant medicine, of the moon, of the rains, and also of the death. Okay. How much? Okay. So, as the grandmother, she's the keeper of the wisdom. She's the keeper of the spiritual wisdom and guidance, full of intuition, and the snake is with Ixchel. Her on her head as just that symbol of the medicine, of ability to shed, the ability to accept, to receive, to heal, knowing that we are flowing with all the phases of the moon, and we're also that powerful energy of a mother who births the guards and guardians of 4 directions. As Ixchel and her beloved sun god gave birth to 4 sons, and the 4 sons were the guards and guardians of the 4 directions. To the north, to the east, to the south, to the west. And within ourselves, we hold that power of above, below, and also within. So I'm going to now pull us a card. Feels like a perfect time. Blinded to pain. Blinded to pain. A beautiful woman, the blindfold, beautiful red lips, and so she has like some scars on her chest, and on the scars are flies. So I just want to show you again. So I will read a message. These messages of these cards are really interesting. 13, the number is 13, the number of the goddess. Hopefully I can see. Blinded to pain. I'm going to hold this candle here. The moon phase is the waning crescent. The stage is denial. I can shoulder it, and it's not a big deal, isn't it? Visual seed. Flies. Pinned. Not pinned, but ordered as bees, feeding of the neatly arranged blood. A woman's chest carved by a blade in the diamond pattern. Full lips, the color of blood, a blindfold on whom the last fly lingers. So that was the image of the card. The sentence: carving oneself for every stroke of whip and feeling so broken that it makes no difference to be whole. Wow. Feeling so broken that it makes no difference to be whole. Going dark. T.S. Eliot said, a fly that lives a single day has lived as long as we. Yet we accept the passage of time like it didn't matter, like we don't matter. Every day a single line is added to the pattern. A single fly is added to the wall. We take one more responsibility. We take a little more abuse. We shoulder a little more pain. We smile in front of a little more insolence. We close our eyes to our wounds. We think we can endure it. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, we say to ourselves, like men because it's manly to endure and be strong, like women because it's feminine to endure and be strong, like humans because the care and gentleness we feel is precious to others, and we don't dare to actually claim for ourselves. After all, we can do it, but it actually hurts. It's painful. Tears are better than feeding flies with our own blood. We can scream and say no, or endure nevertheless, but remembering that we are just humans, neither heroes nor saints. Wow, and the candle just went out. How interesting. Wow. Interesting. I'm feeling this card connects so much to the Ixchel story that we just heard. Interesting. I'm going to kind of feel into this, have a little bit more of integration and process of a beautiful medicine woman, Ixchel, and yeah, our ability to rise, to stand up in our courage and strength, and say no. To me, this represents saying no to what no longer aligns to who we are. So, beautiful Lioness Goddess, thank you for tuning in and joining me tonight. Whenever you do, please write to me that you were here. Give me a like or a heart or an intention of love. And in return, I'm sending you all of my love. So many blessings. May all of our practices and all that we do be in devotion, in all that we are, to the benefit of all living beings, to each other, and to our own selves, our own lives. Many blessings. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to all.